In this video, I'm going to show you how to replace the bumper step pad on the rear of this Ford F-150. Let's get started. Let's start by removing the lock for the spare tire if you have one. A lot of trucks don't have one, and this usually comes on the higher up trim models. Usually you'd put the key in, twist it, unlock it. Ours, unfortunately, is completely rotted and broken off and missing some components, so I can just pull it right out of here, but typically you would unlock it and then take it out. Now let's take out the license plate light assemblies, or the lenses. You can take a pocket screwdriver, stick it in right through here. There's a little slot, and once you pry in, you're going to feel like it wants to release. Hold it and pry out at the same time. I'll show you in a second what you're actually aiming for. Basically, there's a little tab that puts pressure and holds this assembly in there. There we go, that's the tab. Once you release one side, the other side has no more pressure on it. It'll have a similar looking tab, but it's going to be difficult to pry on this side, which is why I started on the outer part, and then you can disconnect it, press the electrical connector, and pull this out of here. Sometimes they get stuck from a lot of sand buildup that gets behind there. So just push the wire through, and just do the same to the other side. There we go. Disconnect it. If you can't disconnect it for some reason and you're afraid of breaking the electrical connector, you can just twist the bulb socket counterclockwise and leave the bulb attached here. Just be very careful not to damage the bulb if you do leave it attached. Underneath here, where the tow hitch is, you'll notice there are some tabs with holes in them. Unfortunately, we don't have any push clips here. As you can see, there's supposed to be some, so someone has already removed ours. But you should be able to just pop these out and free up the bumper. There's one on this side and one on the other side as well, on the other side of this tow hitch. Carefully take a prying device. I'm going to choose a pry bar because typically you want something that has some strength to it. A plastic trim tool will likely not do the job. And you want to stick it underneath without damaging the bumper and just pry up. There's just a bunch of push clips that go around here. This is a steel bumper, so you're not going to damage this. Well, be careful, but it's less likely to be damaged. And just pry up all of the push clips that hold this bumper pad on. There we go. It's going to make some loud noises. That's normal. Once you pop it off on both sides from the push clips, you should be able to remove your bumper pad. Looking at the new piece, here are all the push clips that you need to line up with the metal part of the bumper so it can actually snap in. So when you put it on there, make sure they line up because they do break easily and you don't want to break them on the brand new bumper pad that you just purchased. However, one note is this is the center piece here, the license plate. I'm holding this upside down, and these two tabs need to be installed first before the sides, before any of the other ones. So let's center these up first and then we'll pop in the rest of them. Those two tabs go in these two holes right here on the tow hitch part of the rear bumper assembly. So slide this down, try to line them up the best you can. Okay, if you wiggle it enough, you should be able to feel it fall into those two holes for these tabs. And now, pop these down a little bit. And then you want to line up the sides. Once you feel them line up, tap it down. Now that with this side secured, do the same thing to the other side and then we'll continue. Put your wiring harness through for the license plate lights. Line it up with the bulb socket. Make sure it clicks. And now when you install this, make sure it's facing the right way. It does have two different size locking tabs, so it's difficult to install it backwards, but obviously make sure the lens, the clear side of the lens, is facing towards where the license plate is. Once you line it up, tap it in. Let's do the same to the other one. Unfortunately, I cannot reinstall this lock for the spare tire because it's broken. It does not lock for us anymore, and I don't want it to just fall out on the road. But at this point, you would stick your key in here if it wasn't already in, slide it through, lock it, and then it would be installed. But like I said, I cannot put this in because for us, it's completely broken. Now don't forget to put on your rear license plate, and there you go, bumper pad is replaced.
When only the best will do, demand TRQ. The only company that lets you view before you do. TRQ is committed to offering the highest quality aftermarket auto parts that are engineered for peace of mind. Thanks for using and viewing with TRQ.